take one, we're going to do a full run through. All cameras should be sunk on this.
Basically, I was out here. I was at Big Judy's waiting to get me a burger, and the boudin and egg rolls, because that's my favorite thing that I like to get to eat. And the car just flew by at first, and we thought that he was out of the parking lot. And I didn't know what happened after that. He came back in the parking lot. He hit cars, and we just took off running. And I love the LGBTQ community, ABCDs. I love all of them. This is so sad. But the guy that he hit him from the front, and then he drug him all the way over there, and it's like blood everywhere. It was just so sad.
I came out to have a good time on a Wednesday night like I normally do, because it's always nice to have fun. It started between a fight of two individuals, and the fight got out of control. They started jumping each other, and I know the driver of the vehicle. They did jump him. They did beat him up. He kept wanting to fight. He got back in the car, and when he came through the parking lot, it was a massacre. Like, you didn't have time to move out the way or nothing, because when he came in, he was hitting whatever inside. If it was a bird, a tree, whatever it was, he was hitting inside. I don't think it was right for him to hit people and damage people's cars and hurt people, but I don't think it's right for how they was jumping him either.
Your institution is ALS unit and transfer.
We have breaking news overnight we need to get to now. A night out ended with several people in the hospital. Police say that an angry man, and you're looking at the result there, he just intentionally drove his car right into a crowd.
Yeah, this happened outside the Bayou City Bar in Montrose. Our Michelle Choi is outside that location right now with how all this started. Michelle?
Well, guys, police tell us this all started when a fight broke out at that parking lot. There was a large group of people, a guy who was beat up pretty badly in retaliation, then hops into his car, and then that's when he drove into a group of people, even dragging a guy several feet into that grassy area over there. That's actually the car he used to hit those people. Now, we actually have video of the driver as he was being taken into an ambulance. Police tell us he was taken there to be checked out. You can see that he was beat up pretty badly. He is now under arrest at this time at that hospital. And then the next guy you're going to see is the person who was dragged several feet. We're told he is a 25-year-old nursing student. His friend there wailing, watching that whole scenario play out. We actually spoke with him, and here's what he had to say.
We decided to just come out to have fun, you know, and then this happened. We always been coming out. This never happened. Never. And all of a sudden this happened? Like, outrageous.
And guys, as we mentioned, there was a large crowd outside because this club had just closed. And here's here's what other witnesses saw.
It came in like a hurricane. It just appeared out of nowhere. He just came in and just started hitting and running over people and dragging people and tearing up people's cars.
We just took off running, and I love the LGBTQ community, ABCDs. I love all of them. This is so sad.
Very sad indeed, guys. You know, a lot of these people came out just to have a good time, and then this terrible ordeal happened. Police tell us in total 4 people, at least 4, were hit, including that one man who was dragged several feet. At least 2 were taken to the hospital. That guy who was dragged is now in serious condition. Hopefully he will be able to pull through. Again, the driver now under arrest. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, it just shows you how quickly things can escalate.
A good time at a bar took a deadly turn after a man plowed his car into a crowd in Montrose. This happened overnight after a fight broke out outside the parking lot of Bayou City. The driver was taken to the hospital, several others were injured, and one person was killed. Police say it started with a fight. The driver struck at least 4 people and dragged one man. A friend says the victim who was killed was just an innocent bystander.
He didn't know anyone who was fighting. We were just talking, and before we knew it, he was under the car.
Several other witnesses described the moment they saw the car coming toward them.
It came in like a hurricane. It just appeared out of nowhere. He just came in and just started hitting and running over people and dragging people and tearing up people's cars.
I didn't know what happened after that. He came back in the parking lot, he hit cars, and we just took off running.
The suspect will likely face murder charges. Prosecutors now follow.
Good morning, Facebook family and friends. It is Sunday, March 25th, the year is 2018. We just got to watch a news report where this young man was lost his life. He was killed in an accident. Let me read this thing from you from Texas. One dead after angry driver plows into crowd of people in Montrose. Police say the fight started as the bar and restaurant closed for the night. The suspect got into a fight with several people in a parking lot. This is in Houston, Texas. Police say one person died after an angry man drove his car into a crowd of people outside of Montrose bar. The crime happened early Thursday morning on Grant at Hyde Park. Witnesses tell at KHOU the suspect was attacked during an altercation in the parking lot after the bar closed. Police say the suspect got into a fight with several people in a parking lot. That's when the man is accused of getting into his sedan and then deliberately plowing into a group of people. Detectives believe the man was not trying to hit people at random, but was directly going after people he fought with earlier. At least 4 people were hurt, 2 were taken to the hospital, but 1 of them died from their injuries. The driver was also hurt, possibly during the fight, and he was taken to the hospital in police custody. There was a 25-year-old man that was dragged several feet and was barely hurt until he died. But my friend says he was an innocent bystander and was not part of the earlier fight. Police have not yet released the identity of the suspect in the case. Well, I don't care. And welcome to Niggerville, y'all. And I don't care if you're at a gay event or a straight event. Anything involving a pack of Negroes who are drunk and have been drinking. When you leave these events, you see people fighting, about to fight, and the progress of fighting or arguing, you leave. You don't hang around and put out your cell phone to record footage of this, because you don't know how deadly this situation is going to get. When you see these type of events taking place, you leave. You don't hang around. In Niggerville, things can get real deadly fast. This 25-year-old kid went out to have some fun at a club, lost his life because of this terrible incident that probably didn't have to take place. And it's sad because you're looking at this situation, trying to make sense of it, and you have to wonder why this man chose to get in his car and use it as a weapon, a deadly weapon. He's going to be going to jail for some time. He's going to prison down in Texas. He's going to prison for murder. This could have been avoided. I learned years ago, when you leave these events, and it's late at night and the clubs are closing, I try to leave before the club closes to get away from these crowds of people, because everybody likes to hang around in the parking lot. And that's when shit always gets funky. So I've learned if the club closes at 2, I like to leave around 1:30. 1:45 at the latest, get in my car and go. I've been outside clubs where fights have kicked off. All kinds of stuff. I've seen shootings, stabbings, people get run over by cars. I witnessed this shit. Outside clubs with drunk people acting a fool. So now I know to get in my car and leave. It doesn't make no sense for me to stay there, because I already know what's going to happen. When you have large groups of drunk people in Niggerville, they become deadly. And shit gets real funky in a heartbeat. So a lot of people, that young man lost his life, went out to a club to have fun, to have a good time. He didn't make it home. They're planning his funeral now. because he just happened to be an innocent bystander and got hit by a car and drugged and killed. Severely injured and died at the hospital. And he had nothing to do with what was going on. I've heard of many incidents like this where people have been shot. All kinds of stuff, run over by cars. And they had nothing to do with what was happening. So you have to leave. When you see people start fighting and arguing outside these clubs and parties and whatever functions, leave. Get in your car and go. Because nothing good is going to come of this. Somebody's going to get hurt, and you don't want it to be you. Leave. Many years ago, I was at a club called Loretta's in the early 90s. And it was doing a Pride event. There would be thousands of guys out at the Pride event. Y'all, a lot of people seem to think that Pride was something new. Pride been going around for a long time. This is in the early 90s. 89, 90, 91, 90, 91, 92, I was at a Pride event. And Labor Day weekend, thousands of people outside of Loretta's. This huge fight broke out. I don't know what it was about. I have no clue. All these people fighting. A huge crowd of people. And somebody pulled out a gun, either fired it into the air or fired it into the crowd. I'm not sure. I was leaving any damn way. As I saw this shit going, I said, let me get the hell out of here. These niggas crazy. And as I was leaving, going towards my car, the bullet started. You heard the gunfire. And everybody started running like a crowd of people. People were trampled on and hurt. People got injured. One of my friends was hurt so severely, he was actually in the hospital for months. That's when he found out he was HIV positive. A friend of mine named Tony Bowens. He was hurt during this incident. And that taught me to follow my instincts to survive in Niggerville. When you see large groups of niggas and they all been drinking and partying, it's time to go. And outside Pride events, people come in to drink, party, drinking their cars. They had make little, back then they were making bars in the back of their truck. Everybody was drunk. You gotta go. And I was actually leaving when this incident took place. I've seen this shit kick off numerous times. Welcome to Niggerville, y'all. It ain't a pretty place when you got a lot of niggas out of control fighting and arguing. They like to fight and argue and act the damn fool. And ain't nothing you can do about it. You just go get yourself to safety. This 25-year-old kid lost his life in Texas. He was a nurse with a promising career ahead of him, young. Now his family's planning his funeral because some fool ran him over in his car and he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail behind this. Because they don't play down in Texas. This is a deadly place. Now, let's go back to that news report. And try to make sense as to why they chose these two individuals to interview them. Keep in mind, a lot of guys in the gay community, their family members and friends don't know that they are gay. So if they're out of the club at this event, at a party, whatever, and something happens, the guys that probably could have been more intelligent and gave a better response, they fled. They didn't want to be on the news outside no gay club. They didn't want that. So news people are looking for people to interview, and this is just my theory. I could be wrong. They look for anybody. Will you talk? They found two people who were willing to talk. Was this done on purpose? Did they choose these two clowns? One's talking about the boudin rolls and bros. I mean, did this man not know that somebody just got killed? Are you talking about some egg rolls? You just saw this man get dragged by a car. In essence, get killed or severely injured. And you talking about some egg rolls. Is this a joke? Many people saw that interview with that guy in that wig, and they thought this was a joke. This is not real. This is real news. This man died. Did these white folks choose this man purposely to interview these two clowns? I don't know the answer to that. One side of me says no. No. Another side of me said that white folks chose these niggas. So I'm kind of torn. Because it takes away from the fact that somebody get killed in a car accident. If I'm out the next morning watching the news and I only see this on the news, when I first started, I was like, oh. You don't realize that someone died. Because you're too busy looking at this man in his wig talking about some egg rolls and saying he loved the LGBT and repeating all the ABCs. What is going on here? Is this man serious? Is he a comedian? Is this one of the performers at the club? I was a little lost. I was kind of thoroughly confused. Did they purposely choose these two fools? Did everybody else flee? This is my theory. I'm thinking people who look like me didn't probably want to be seen in that type of environment. I've been around gay folks forever. So I know how this shit goes. Well, the newscasters wrong. They put this shit on the news like this. They didn't know to edit this stuff. Come on now. I thought about this. This is why I've been kind of hesitant to really do a video about this. But somebody lost their life over in Niggerville, going out to the club. And see, a lot of times, y'all, when you're a resident of Niggerville, you really don't even know you live in Niggerville. A lot of people don't know Niggerville exists. It took me a while to realize, oh, this is Niggerville. That man lost his life. He may not have known he was around danger. But when they saw that fight going on, he should have fled. They should have left. They should not have been standing around that parking lot. Because you never know if that man was going to come back with a gun, knife, his car. I've seen people get ran over by cars, y'all. I've seen witnesses with my own two eyeballs outside of the event. So I know how this shit goes down. That's why I always leave. I don't hang around to see what's going to happen. I try to get into these clubs, do what I want to do, and go. I don't want to stand around these places. Because I already know what the outcome is going to be. It's not going to be pretty for anybody. Especially when people have been drunk and drunk. Welcome to Niggerville, y'all. We have to understand, and I know some of y'all will be like, white folks have done this type of violence too. I'm sure they do. And I didn't say white folks didn't do this type of violence. I don't know why y'all keep bringing up white folks on my videos. Why? Don't we have our own issues to deal with? Why do we worry about them? I can assure you, white folks don't give a shit about our problems. They ain't sitting over in white land talking about, them niggers, I'm really concerned about them. They don't give a shit. They never have. So don't worry about them because they ain't worried about your motherfucking ass. But anyway, sorry that this man lost his life. 25-year-old nurse whose life career was just getting started. Life ruined. Gone. His family's planning his funeral. He just went to a club to have fun. He wasn't involved in the fight. He didn't even know these people. Had nothing to do with it. But he is getting dragged under a car to get... Welcome to Niggerville, y'all. Stay away from these niggas. When you go to these type of events, leave. Never stand outside a club when these clubs close. Get in there, have your drink, have your fun. If you know that club closes at 2, you need to be leaving there around 1:30. And if you do happen to be there after the club closed, leave. Don't hang out in this parking lot. Go. Because people drunk acting a fool. Leave. Get away from these drunk folks. Go home. Make a wise decision to live. Last time I went to a club a few weeks ago called Compound, and actually the club closed. I had never been there. And I ended up staying until the club closed. Which was probably about 2. I don't know, it closed early. I was like, damn, this club is closing already? But I knew to get my ass in my car and go home. I walked out that club, and I actually saw some incidents kicking off in the courtyard of Compounds. I was walking out. I walked right on past that shit. The niggas and sissies out there arguing about nothing. I walked right by them sissies and went on across that street through that park lot, got in my car, and left. I don't hang around that bullshit. Because I know shit can get deadly real fast. But anyway, I look forward to reading you all's comments. Let's just keep in mind, somebody did lose their life. I don't know what to say about these news reporters and why they didn't edit that interview. They put that shit on the news just like that. So I said, one side of me says, no, they didn't do that on purpose. And another side of me said, them motherfuckers, them crackers did that shit on purpose. They did that shit on purpose. Welcome to Niggerville, y'all. But they always, the news media is always trying to make us out to look like fools. And them guys look like straight up fools, clowns. But a man lost his life. And I'm like, okay, what is going on here? Why did they not edit that? This man talking about some egg rolls. And the LGB and ABCs and all this shit and all it's unreal. Did he not know that man was killed? Or severely injured and died later? It's a joke. I don't know. Anyway, if you like my videos, click like. I look forward to reading y'all's comments. I'm out of here. Enjoy your Sunday. Again, today is Sunday, March 25th, years 2018, and I'm out of here.